Thank you for tuning in to Just Right. I want to cover a topic that I think people don't realize the value of, and that is making the mistake of sticking with the title that you first come up with. I think it is best when you're writing a book to have a title, and they call a working title. In other words, you need to pay attention to how that title may be good to spark what you're doing, but it may not be the title you need for your book. In fact, that title is probably going to be a chapter, or that title is probably just going to completely disappear, because the title of your book that you start with may not capture the audience when they walk by on the bookshelf, or if they're online looking through books, or however they're finding it, whether you're doing some type of marketing or whatever. That title may not be the title. It may speak to you, but does that title actually speak to the reader? Is that person that's going to pick that book up, or is this title rather going to cause them to actually pick your book up and be intrigued enough to say, not only am I going to pick it up and look at your cover and look at the title, but am I going to look at it and say, ooh, I want to open this book up because that title caught my mind. It spoke to me. It did something to me and made me go, man, this seems pretty interesting. Oftentimes we come up with titles, and I'm guilty of it. I've done it in my books, and probably I'm looking at their books that I'm pulling back and I'm reworking, rewriting, and going over it. And I'm going to change the title because those titles just really don't draw you in. It doesn't say enough. Sometimes it's so cryptic or whatever and vague that maybe it doesn't work. It sparks me and work for me to get the book out, get the book onto paper, get the book written, but it did not spark me enough to actually, or it doesn't spark people enough to actually say, you know what? I want to pick that book up and I want to read that book a little bit further and see what this book is truly all about. So I think if you're going to write a book, the first thing you need to do is go back and make sure that your title that you're using while you're in the writing process, don't marry yourself to that title. Now, you may have the right title, but don't marry yourself to it until you get through the book. Because once you get all of those chapters done, and once you really sit back and look at what you've written, and you take a look at your manuscript, and you maybe let a couple people read it and they go, man, then you say that title, you're gonna get that look like, yeah, you probably don't have the right title. So use it as a working title to get your book started, but pay attention and make certain that before you release that book, that you have the title that's going to live with that book for ages, forever, that you have picked out the proper title, because the wrong title can possibly cause people to not read your book. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Just Right. On this channel, I like to give bite-sized nuggets that you can get to and get on with your day, because the whole purpose of this is for you to just write. If you like these small bite-sized bites or bits, then do me a favor, click the thumbs up button, and also consider subscribing to the channel. If you know anyone that needs this information, please share this video anywhere you want. Now, you can also go down into the description and find out all of my other links to all of my books or anything else that might be down there that might intrigue you based on the video that you're watching. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in to Just Right, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.